If you've been paying attention to disc golf for the past few years, our sport has been enthralled in a political battle that has taken over a couple other sports as well. Actions have been taken both by players and by the leading governing bodies in our sport, but alongside all this, we see the return to the spotlight of one of, if not, the most hated players in disc golf. Nikko Locastro, Natalie Ryan, two of the most divisive characters in the sport. Now, they go head to head. Let's get into it. If you don't know who Nikko Locastro is, here's a quick rundown on his disc golf career. United States Disc Golf Championship winner early in his career. After this, slowly throughout his disc golf highlights, they would change from being crazy good shots to seeing how he would react to his bad shots. He would have some really funny moments, some more so angry moments, all of them entertaining. He became such a funny character for our sport for a couple reasons, but then it all came together for a not so good moment in Europe in 2022.
Seeing his par putt, which he missed.
Right.
So what happens here?
He gets called for a time
before this
violation.
round, so you have a penalty stroke.
What?
You have a penalty stroke.
Why?
Excessive time.
Why?
EDJ rules.
Step away from me. Step back. Not listening? Stare? You want to stare? You want to stare? You want to stare me down?
Nikko, that's not a good look, man.
After that, Nikko would receive a suspension and wouldn't return until 2023 to the sport of disc golf. Since then, he's been on pretty good behavior. Nothing crazy like with what happened with the official in that last clip. But he also hasn't been at the top of the sport either. Only one top 10 in 2023 at an Elite Series event, and in 2024 his best finish has been 17th. As the sport goes on year after year, new players come in and it's getting harder and harder to compete at the top. Nikko Locastro is certainly part of the older regime of disc golfers on the Pro Tour, but doesn't mean he doesn't have the chops to compete and maybe win. If you don't know who Natalie Ryan is, here's a quick rundown of her disc golf career. In 2022, she would have her breakout season winning 2 Disc Golf Pro Tour events, the MVP Open at Maple Hill and the Great Lakes Open. But then 2023 would happen, which would lead to many firsts in the sport of disc golf. Natalie Ryan is an openly trans woman, leading to immediate controversy in not only competing on the FPO side of disc golf, but also winning. So, 2023 would be an incredibly interesting year. The Disc Golf Pro Tour would come out with new rules in accordance to trans athletes, which would result in Natalie Ryan not being able to compete on the Pro Tour. She would begin the year of 2023 by suing the Disc Golf Pro Tour in multiple states where the Pro Tour was being held. The first event with controversy would be the OTB Open, where California law would force the Pro Tour into letting Ryan play the event while the case was being settled. And Ryan would do so, but then after day 1 and an appeal from the Pro Tour to the California courts, Ryan would be removed from the event. Then later in the year, in Minnesota, Ryan again would be allowed to play in the Disc Golf Pro Tour event there due to the court system's ruling at the time. This led to the Disc Golf Pro Tour making a decision mid-season to basically cancel the FPO side of disc golf due to the lawsuit's financial strain on the Pro Tour. That didn't last long after a massive outburst from the community, which then had the Pro Tour re-establish the FPO side of disc golf, but this time changed the rules on allowing trans athletes to compete. In 2023, Ryan wouldn't have a top 10 in regards to her own results. For 2024, a little bit different, 4 for 6 on top 10s at Pro Tour events. So that's our two main characters for today. Nikko Locastro, who took over the headlines in 2022, and Natalie Ryan, who claimed the headlines in 2023. But how do these two individuals cross paths when it comes to our current year, 2024? In 2023, Nikko signed with Lone Star Discs, and one of those stipulations of the signing would be them making his own line of discs, Sacred Discs. You need to understand that to understand this announcement from Nikko on March 23rd, 2024. First run prototype lavender blend seeds will be available tonight at USWDGC Flymart. This is something that has been in the works for a while, and I'm very happy to share our vision with the disc golf community. A portion of these sales from the first lavender infused golf discs will go directly towards supporting the growth of women's disc golf. Starting this weekend, I'll be paying the first person who misses cash in FPO due to playing against transgender. This is something that I feel strongly about when it comes to sports and would love to stand behind in all fairness with sacred discs. I've been competing in disc golf events for most of my life. Beyond being a competitor, I've always wanted to find a way to give back to the sport that has given me a lifetime of memories and opportunity to grow. I appreciate all the people who have supported my journey on and off the course. This first run of 500 lavender infused discs are a testament to my dedication to the sport. This sweet floral aroma of lavender has been widely known to help with mood, anxiety, and its ability to help calm the nervous system. Since ancient times, lavender has been used as a holy herb for its medicinal and therapeutic benefits. I kind of wonder how closely he edited this post. I mean, I'm not the best at grammar, but playing against transgender doesn't seem like a proper sentence. Anyways, running through this announcement from Nikko and Sacred Disc, this timing on it would be during the Women's US Disc Golf Championship. If what he said is true, then the last payout from that event would be $505. Is he paying the full amount? Like, is he doing that for every single event, or is it just partially? Doing his best to support the FPO side. Lavender infused disc golf discs, certainly interesting. I can't say anything bad about them. I've never smelled them or felt them, so maybe that is the future of disc golf. I just don't know. Think about this in regards to two different entities. You have the Disc Golf Pro Tour, who has given up fighting against trans athletes and have decided to allow them to play. And you have Nikko, who himself have had some questionable things in the past, but he's also building his own company and his own line of discs. He's putting them on the line. During this past few years, with the whole trans athletes in competition, individuals in disc golf have come out to protest that. But for the most part, it's been the Disc Golf Pro Tour, and only the Disc Golf Pro Tour, who have openly battled against it. Usually you don't put business on the line when it comes to political issues. But hey, Nikko is putting his money where his mouth is. He's choosing to support FPO disc golf in the way that he wants to. It just brings him head to head with Natalie Ryan. And in a sport that's not known for how much money there is to make, Nikko has committed to paying hundreds, maybe thousands, possibly tens of thousands if he pays fully each final cash placement on tour. In comparison to his lower moments in the sport, Nikko has been incredibly well behaved over the last few years. And with the rise of Natalie Ryan and the whole situation surrounding the female side of disc golf, Ryan has kind of taken over that claim on the Pro Tour of being the most divisive, if not more hated than Nikko. But no matter what, Ryan won't be as entertaining as this goofball right here.
He's got an easy approach. Nice, calm and collected.
Oh, wow. And you see Nikko kind of just confused with his head tilted to the side. Doesn't understand what just happened right there.
I didn't understand what just happened. Germ's pretty focused looking early. He's a player who can show emotion, but not quite as much emotion as that.
Yeah, as you hear saying Germ.
22. And oh. Wow. Nikko's like, what just happened? And here comes Nikko. Uh-oh. I think he was trying to push the disc into the chain with frustration. It popped out, so that's going to be